Welcome back to this channel. In today's video, we shall look at a few problems on simple harmonic motion. Problem 1. The vibration frequency of an atom in a solid is 2 times 10 to the power 13 Hz. If the mass of the atom is 2 times 10 to the power minus 25 kg, calculate the effective spring constant involved. So here what we are assuming is you have a bunch of atoms connected like that through bonds. And these bonds behave like springs. Now we are looking at one particular atom and we are ignoring the motions of other atoms. Now as this oscillates, we want to calculate the effective spring constant of such a spring. We know the angular frequency squared for simple harmonic oscillation equals k over m. So this is the spring constant and this is the mass of the oscillator. Now this is the angular frequency. What we are given is the linear frequency, f. So omega is related to linear frequency in a following manner, 2 pi f. So that means omega squared is 4 pi squared f squared, and that is k over m. So this equation enables us to determine k in terms of the other variables. So 4 pi squared f squared times m. Let's substitute the numbers. 4 pi squared, f is 2 times 10 to the power 13 Hertz. Don't forget to square that. The mass is 2 times 10 to the power minus 25 kg. And that's going to give you 3,158 Newton per meter. And that's the answer. Problem 2. A 1.5 kg block sliding on a horizontal frictionless surface is attached to a horizontal spring with spring constant 450 newtons per meter. Let x be the displacement of the block from the position at which the spring is unstretched. At t equals to 0 seconds, the block passes through x equals to 0 meter with speed 5 meter per second in a positive x direction. You want to determine the frequency, the amplitude, and also the expression for x as a function of time for the block's motion. So what you have is you have a surface like that, and you have a spring attached to a block like that. So this surface is frictionless. This block can oscillate left and right about an equilibrium position 0. So that is the x-axis. We begin analyzing the motion at t equals to 0 seconds, and at that time the block is passing like that with speed of 5 meter per second. What that tells us is at t equals to 0 seconds, x is 0. So x is the displacement measured from that equilibrium position. So the function that satisfies this condition is the sine function. So if you were to express x as a function of time, a is the amplitude, you have to pick the sine function. Because then when t is 0, x becomes 0. A cosine would not have such a property. And then we are told that it has speed in a positive x direction as it passes through x equals to 0 meter at t equals to 0 seconds. So that means v as a function of time is dx dt. So when you differentiate sine, you get cosine. And you get a omega cosine omega t. So when t is 0, this goes to 1, and v is 5. So that means 5 equals a times omega. So that is like equation 1. Remember, you want to find frequency, the linear frequency that is, and the amplitude. You need one more equation so that we can solve for these two variables simultaneously. The second equation is from the definition of angular frequency itself, which says the spring constant over mass is omega squared, where omega is the angular frequency. We know the spring constant to be 450 Newton per meter. The mass is 1.5 kg, and that is omega squared. Meaning, solving for omega, you get 10 times square root 3 radiant per second. Remember, we want frequency. So frequency is omega over 2 pi. And that's going to give you 2.76 hertz. Now we can substitute the value of omega here to get the amplitude. So amplitude is 5 over omega. Omega is 10 times square root 3. And that will be 0.29 meter. So we have the answer for amplitude and we have the answer for the linear frequency. We also have the value for the angular frequency. Now we can do part C, the expression for x as a function of time. So that means this expression right there. So substituting the value of A, which we know to be 0.29, sine omega is 10 times square root 3 t. So this is the answer for part C. And that solves the problem. Problem 3. A 5 kg block hangs from a spring extending at 18 cm from its unstretched position. Find the spring's spring constant. Part B. The block is then removed and replaced with a 0.8 kg mass. And it's hung from the same spring. If the spring is stretched and released, what is its period of oscillation? So what do you have here? First, you have an unstretched spring like that, and then you hang a 5 kg block like that, and because of that the spring is stretched by a certain amount. In this case it is 18 cm. We want to determine the spring constant of this spring. Now let's look at the second diagram. Let's analyze the free body diagram. So you have this weight, 5 times gravity, and then you have this spring force like that, which is given by kx. Because this system is in equilibrium, k times the stretch equals 5 times gravity. So k times the stretch is 18 cm, convert that into meter, 0.18 meter, equals 5 times gravity. And you can get the spring constant, which is 272 Newton per meter. So that is the answer for part A. And then what do? You take the same spring, but now you replace the weight. Instead of 5 kg, you take that out and you replace it with 0.8 kg mass. And then you stretch it and let it to oscillate. The spring constant is known to be 272 from part A. What you want to determine is the period of oscillation. So we know omega squared is k over m. That means omega is square root k over m. K is 272 and the mass is 0.8 kg. We also know that omega is 2 pi linear frequency, and linear frequency equals 1 over period. So let's substitute this expression in here, and you get 2 pi over period equals square root k over m. We know k, we know m, you can determine the period. So solving for that period, you get 2 pi square root m over k. Let's substitute the numbers. So 2 pi, the mass is 0.8 kg, this mass right there. The spring constant is 272 from part A, and the answer for period is 0.341 second. And that's the answer. As always, thank you for watching.